Friday night against Minnesota, it was 1-0 late in the third period. The Golden Gophers added a couple of empty net goals. We're just about ready to go for puck drop. Both teams with their top line on the ice. Vansagi plays it in behind. It's taken by Shouty. Put it in front. Was looking there for Vansagi. As the Spartans play it down in the corner, Jimmy Jursev gets there first for Notre Dame. Irish at 3-6-1. As here's a quick shot swallowed up by Kemp. On a good look from Riker Lee, the freshman out of Wilmette, Illinois.
Yeah, Riker Lee's got a good shot. We talked to Coach Nightingale about some of the shot on a bone and forcing a number of turnovers here. Only 3 minutes into this first period.
Colin Ralph. Now Stramel with a shot and a save from Kemp.
And another important stop because there's a little bit of traffic around and it wasn't his midsection, so a little easier to control. You know, we talked about the calming influence that Trey Augustine has on his team, the Spartans. I think Nick Kemp.
Danny Nelson to Ali, backhanded shot. Augustine got a piece of it. Now Nelson. That floats into the corner. Played back towards the end boards where Ali takes it.
First shot for the Irish is a good.
Penalty has expired, but still an opportunity for Notre Dame. Master Domenico goes wide, and Mazzotti tried to stuff it home, but Augustine was there. Down to the other end, and this will go for icing.
Sutter Mazzotti with an excellent opportunity. Just really good body positioning, providing a screen.
Good poke there by Kumlin.
It's a great stick. You know, you got a guy coming with speed, and you're trying to hold the offensive blue line. You get beat there, it might be a partial breakaway.
Looked like it would have been a great opportunity for Daniel Russell. Warner trying to put in front. Ali in the corner. Here's Martone. Over for Russell. Now Stramel has Martone there, and he scores! The top line for the Spartans strikes again. 1-0, Michigan State with the lead.
I like how these guys operate. You know, Stramel and Russell have been playing together for a couple of years now, but Martone comes in, and the new guy, and you know, he dishes this puck, he gets the play started, and he gets on his horse. He takes off, and he gets shot out of a cannon, and that's why he was so all alone in front of the net. Now watch this play develop. Martone, you see him on the far side, he actually wanted the puck. He bangs his stick on the ice for it, and that pass from Stramel, that's a tougher pass than it looked. Backhand sauce. He's been a very good playmaker for them.
West dumps it down. Now West with a shot. Didn't get through traffic. Well, it's pretty amazing to lose a Hobey Baker Award. And the interesting thing for Notre Dame as well is they have outscored their opponents this season in the second and third periods. So they played better hockey as games have gone on, but about a few years ago, 700 fans a game at home. Well, now they're traveling on the road. They want to see this team that is #1 in the country. Ali with the wraparound opportunity, and it goes wide. Manisto hits it to his stick, puts on a shot, and a save by Kemp.
I hope we can wind that back, guys. Manisto did a real good job, literally 150 feet away from his own net.
Held up by Henry Nelson. Now Vansagi. Just under a minute left in this first period. O'Connell with a shot that goes wide. Now Shouty. Shot, save, Kemp, rebound loose. And Mackey whiffed on a shot attempt. And that'll do it for the first period. Steve, we talked about the top line before this game got started.
Behind the bench there.
A lot of success in the Big Ten, but of course this year they have their eyes on the first national name. Comes away with the puck. Henry Nelson works it forward. Down in behind for Mazzotti. Sturback lost his stick. Now Mazzotti with a shot. It's just high. And around behind for Femus. Trying to center a pass taken away by Russell. Pokes it into the neutrals.
He became part of Jeff Blashill's coaching staff with the Detroit Red Wings.
Here's Fisher, centers it for Ali, whiffed on a shot attempt. What a look that would have been, Steve.
That's 2 now for Brendan Ali. He got off the backhand in period #1, but I don't think it was the shot he wanted. And that time it was just a pure miss. 3 minutes. of period number one.
Here's Brown. Back for Knubel. Tried to center it. Nobody there for Notre Dame. As Maddox Fleming will track down the puck. Defensive zone. Nathan Mackey charging hard. Here's Russell with some open ice. Has Martone with him for Martone. And the pass was affected. Ends up in behind. Now Romani. Back for West. Romani in the right circle. Shot. Save Kemp. And he covers it up. Gets the whistle.
Romani had a goal in both of the games against Penn State last weekend. And he gets a pretty good look here. Romani, the freshman.
Adam Nightingale had high praise for Matt Basgall, the captain for the Spartans. So here's Riker Lee. In the right circle. Back for Basgall. High slot down to Martone. Back to Lee. Cross ice. Martone in the circle. Shoots and scores! The star freshman has his second of the night. Michigan State with a 2-goal lead.
Wow. What a shot that was. I mean, he hung on to it an extra second. Maybe to get the goalie to go down. Maybe the puck was on edge. But Riker Lee with a perfect pass through the box. There's Lee. Oh, that's why he hung on to it. I missed that part. He had to kick it to his stick. So he does a good job controlling the puck, settling it, and then waiting for the goalie maybe to drop just a...
Without a shot in the second period. We're nearly 9 minutes in the second. Now Nelson with a shot and a save by Augustine.
Danny Nelson's had a number of shots in this hockey game. Well, that might be his third.
Well, I believe it was Henry there.
That was Henry Nelson. That was his fourth shot on net.
Notre Dame takes it away. Here comes Mazzotti. Has Fisher with him. Mazzotti with a shot and a save from Augustine.
Like the thought process. He saw Fisher open, tried to pass it. Puck came right back to him. Gets the shot.
Now Shouty the other way. And a whistle behind the play.
A delayed penalty on...
Mansagi in the slot to O'Connell. West with a one-timer blocked by Jursev. Loose and a save by Kemp. There was an opportunity right on the doorstep for Eric Nielsen, but Nicholas Kemp with a great save.
Oh, what a stop that is. And there was an earlier stop. You mentioned it, Jursev with the block, but it came right to a Notre Dame, to a Michigan.
West with a shot through traffic. Rebound opportunity for Mansagi. Went wide. Another shot and a pad save by Kemp.
Doesn't have his stick. Just kicked out that right pad. Another excellent stop.
And Easto. Now Martone trying to win the puck, but Henry Nelson gets to it, and the goal tips over Nicholas Kemp. Not sure I've seen that before, Steve.
No, you know, Martone tried to grab the net to keep it on its moorings, but it came off, and then Henry Nelson just came in to have some words with Martone. Ends up on a Michigan State stick, and you know, part of that is luck, but part of it's good positioning too, and they just always seem to be in the right place. You know, the puck follows them around. That last chance for defense, and yes, sometimes gifted offensive team. Watch this.
Riker Lee, oh, what a move. The shot goes high. Wow.
You know, Adam Nightingale talked about his stick skills, and watch this. He's literally a magician with the puck. He will lift it up over the...
Down by Colin Ralph. Warner gets it to Brennan Ali. Back to Warner. Out in front of the crease. Now Nelson there between Mansagi and Henry Nelson. Now O'Connell. Shouty in behind the net for Mansagi, and a save by Kemp as he hugs the post.
I don't mind Nelson going after Mansagi because that puck was covered by Nick Kemp. Mansagi gave him an extra shot, and Henry Nelson came in. I think he's going to be getting Mansagi. I hope he is. Maybe he's getting both players, but your goaltender is he's precious, and when he's got the puck, you can't be happy.
Stretch pass ahead for Nelson. Over to Werner. Oh, what a save!
Pass, and save of the game so far for Augustine.
Femus for Mazzati. Down low, Femus tried to center it for Knuble. Ends up back on his stick. 45 seconds left on the power play for Notre Dame. Now Fisher with a wrister, and he scores! Paul Fisher with the power play goal, and Notre Dame within one.
Well, just what the doctor ordered if you're a Notre Dame fan, and the man we highlighted in the open, Paul Fisher, pulls the trigger, and that's a perfect shot. Just inside the right post. Earlier, a huge save by Trey Augustine, but I think he might have been partially screened by his own player. That was Sean Barnhill who tried to block it. It beats him, it beats the netminder, and it gets the Irish on the board. Just a really solid all-around defenseman.
Master Domenico back for Knuble. Knuble with a shot, and Augustine makes the save, covers it up. Down low, touched up by Russell. 1 second left, and that'll do it for the second period. Michigan State ahead in terms of shots on goal, 29-16, but the power
off the glass and get it out.
We'll retry the opening faceoff to start this third period. Brock Sheehan here to Zali, spinning around in behind to the corner. Cross to Fisher at the left point. Paul Fisher with a shot off the post, nearly the same spot. Mastrominico with a rebound opportunity that went high. That was almost the exact spot on the other end of the ice of the goal that Paul Fisher scored in the second period.
Yeah, the difference being that other one hit the post and went in. This one hit the post and stayed out, but we heard it up here.
Well, goaltenders always focused on their own work and what they're doing between the pipes, but I'm sure you can imagine as here comes Martone with a shot saved by Kemp. I'm sure Nicholas Kemp is aware of who's in the opposite net, and he knows all the attention Trey Augustine gets, and he wants to show tonight, hey, I'm a pretty darn good goaltender myself.
Yeah, I think he's the Nashville Predators.
There's an opportunity, saved by Kemp on Mackey. Now West redirected. And Easto trying to stuff it home on the wraparound. Kemp got the pad there. Now West taken by Manisi.
2023 to the present. First team All-American last year. That's a pretty good pedigree of goalies coming through Michigan State.
It's a really strong list, and Jeff Lerg, of course, part of that last national championship team for the Spartans back in 2007. Here's Stramel. Goes back, Sturback, he buries it, and Michigan State is back to a 2-goal lead. First goal of the season for Maxim Sturback.
It's funny, we talked to head coach Adam Nightingale about who's got the big shots, and he said Sturback has probably the heaviest slap shot, but this is a wrister, a pure wrister, a wicked wrister, and it goes through a couple of sets of legs. You see Michigan State win a battle along the boards and then just get it into an area where the defenseman had walked into. Well, that's a good shot. You know, Nick Kempf actually had a pretty good look at it.
Asgold floats it in behind. Stramel, now Russell. Wraps it around, back for Lee. On that right side, Lee waits, shoots. Kemp got a piece of it. Now Martone on the far side. Now Martone. Down low, a shot from Russell, and Kemp makes the save. Here is Femus. Across from Mazzati. Oh, what a save. Sliderd had an opportunity, and another stop by Augustine as he freezes the puck.
Well, that's the thing about Trey Augustine. He can go for spells where he doesn't see a lot of rubber and then come up with a stop like that. Sutter Mazzati, another guy who's had a number of good looks in the...
Could skate off, and Notre Dame can get the extra skater, but right now they can't get it out of their own zone. Here's Martone on the right side. Martone, and a save by Kemp. Still haven't been able to get over the line. Now Kemp skating off. Notre Dame will bring on the extra skater. Here's a shot that went wide. Knubel comes away with it. Near the left circle. Back to Kumlin. Over across. One-timer Nelson and a pad save from Augustine. And now Michigan State takes it away down the ice and they score. It is Riker Lee making it 4-1 Michigan State.
Well, if there was someone on this Michigan State team who deserved to get an empty net goal, it's that man, Riker Lee, because he had himself a pretty good hockey game. He did everything but score until that empty netter. Notre Dame turns it over, and Gilbert, he's a South, I believe he's an Indiana kid.
He is. With the final seconds winding down, he will not see a shot attempt, but Michigan State wins it 4-1. Great performance defensively. Trey Augustine with 24 saves. And again, that top line shining. Porter Martone with a couple of goals. And the Spartans take the first game of the series.
Yeah, they came as advertised.